Operation Sindoor was a military success. It was very impressive to see the way that India conducted a measured, non-escalatory, limited operation that allowed India to not only strike nine different terrorist infrastructures uh, within Pakistan and different parts of Kashmir, but not doing so without launching a full-scale war. Doing so also without crossing the line of control, the LOC, and being able to intercept different projectiles that were fired from Pakistan to not only military but also civilian infrastructures within India. You mentioned that China and Pakistan, Turkey are involved very much in the reinforcement of the Pakistani army when it comes to weaponry, intelligence, and radars. But India also has its own partners following its multi-aligned approach. We know that India is collaborating very closely with Russia, with France, and with Israel when it comes to its national security, when it comes to different offense and defense weaponry that it procured from these allies. And we saw that although India was very much condemned for procuring as the S-40 capabilities from Russia because of the current Russia-Ukrainian war, India stands firm and show its power by saying that it is conducting a strategic autonomy as a rising power that has to assure its national security and address different threats coming from state and non-state actors. We know very well that India is surrounded by two nuclear countries. And for the past few years and during many years, India was very reluctant when it comes to dealing with Pakistan. Its operation against Pakistan were precise and very much limited in order to restore tactically the deterrence without escalating the war with Pakistan into a full-scale war that could deteriorate to a nuclear war as well. But today, the entire strategy of India changed. We saw that each and every terrorist attack that will occur against India will be responded by firm military activity that will not only restore deterrence but also weaken the army and the capabilities of its enemy. It also sent a signal to China that maybe had some ideas about undermining India national security by saying that India will do everything in its power to assure its national security, even if it means to go into a limited operation, military operation, or a full-scale war against its neighbors. Now, you, of course, mentioned Turkey and China, and I would like to focus on Turkey for a minute. We know that India is acting or is taking some steps regarding the policies that Turkey, under the leadership of President Recep Erdogan, is conducting against India for many years now. But India was very well aware about the rapprochement of Turkey to Pakistan when it comes to support, when it comes to military cooperation, and something that was shown during Operation Sindoor when many drones, 400 to be precise, were fired from Pakistan to India. But today, India, and as always, is taking some steps that are not only military. It is getting closer to Israel. It is getting closer to other countries in the Mediterranean Sea that can appease or address the threat that Turkey is posing. I'm talking about Cyprus and Greece that are very much also very much threatened by Turkey's aspiration in the region. And by doing so, there is a new triangle formed by Israel, Greece, and Cyprus that India is being part of it and would like very much to be part of it, to collaborate closely with these partners. And we saw recently that Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid an official visit to Cyprus in order to strengthen these relations with these countries. So we see that India has a vision, has a strategic approach when it comes to its national interest and its national security interests, and is acting in different domestic, regional, and international aspects.